The Philadelphia 76ers looked like they were cruising to a sweep against the Raptors, but then Joel Embiid injured his thumb and struggled in a Game 4 loss. The Sixers look to wrap up the series tonight at home. They are 8-point favorites. I'm joined now by Tim Bontemps, live from Philly. Tim, Embiid certainly looked limited with his injured thumb in Game 4 and will delay surgery until the offseason because the dude's got heart. Is this the level, though, that we can expect from him moving forward in these playoffs?
Well, that really, Max, is the key question, not only to the rest of this series, but the rest of these playoffs for the 76ers. Just how good can Joel Embiid be with this thumb injury? Now, remember, he hurt this thumb in the first half of Game 3. He went on to score 28 points in the second half, including hitting that crazy game-winning three-pointer in overtime to send this series to that 3-0 lead. But then in Game 4, he was 7 for 16 from the field, and in particular, he struggled rebounding the ball, had his first single-digit rebound game in a month, had 5 turnovers in the game, had 11 turnovers combined in the 2 games in Toronto, and did not have the same control over the ball he did earlier in the series. So to me, the key thing to watch tonight, if you're watching this game, is to see just how well Embiid can control the ball. If he can get back on the glass again, if he can limit his turnovers, that should go a very long way towards the Sixers closing this thing out and getting to the Eastern Conference semifinals. Not to mention, as Jay Will mentioned on the radio program this morning, KJM on ESPN radio, like now that everyone knows the ligament is torn, he's delaying surgery, everyone could be swiping at that hand. I mean, what would you do, right? What's Fred VanVleet's status for tonight's game, Tim? So Fred VanVleet, unlike Joel Embiid, is not going to be able to play tonight. He has a left hip flexor strain. He said this morning not to hold your breath anymore. He's not going to be able to play. He said he was happy he could fight through it, but was disappointed that after he left the court in the second quarter of Game 4, he knew he wasn't going to be back, which is why you saw him rip his jersey in frustration as he walked off. But as you saw in the second half of that Game 4, Max, the Raptors found something, putting Rookie of the Year Scotty Barnes at point guard and rolling out a massive lineup, basically of 6'7" or 6'8" guys across the board, allowed them to get physical with the Sixers, allowed them to attack the glass, create some turnovers, get out in transition. They're going to have to do a lot more of that tonight if they want to get even further back in this series with obviously their talisman and star point guard, who is clearly the best three-point shooter, too, unable to go. And the Raptors already being a team that's pretty limited offensively, certainly is going to need to generate offense wherever they can. They want to make this a 3-2 series tonight.
Thank you, Tim. Legs, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm getting older, but like it just seems to me like there are more injuries than ever in the playoffs and they're deciding series and stuff. And I know the reason guys don't play 82 games is it's a higher intensity level. I'm not pretending there was some mystical, magical old day thing. But it does feel like everyone's getting hurt constantly and it's determining series.
Every question I answer, I have to sit there and think, well, who's available? And I can answer the question about who I think's going to win or whatever the matchup might be. Because you're right, everybody's dealing with it. And this is another one. I'm concerned about this. I played with a torn ligament for a couple of months at one point in my hand. Offhand, though, when I was an NBA player, got it done after the season, and I played with it. It affected my ability to catch it. Yeah. It affected my ability to obviously handle it. But then more importantly is the factor you just mentioned, which is you're constantly getting it hit. Constantly, especially a guy like Embiid, who draws multiple guys to him at all times. He's in traffic the entire game. So are they going to intentionally target it? Nah, but they're going to get more physical with them. And you know what? It becomes a pain tolerance thing. That's what's going to it's going to get worse and worse the deeper we go, and that's when it starts to become a concern, where now he really is having inefficient scoring nights because he just cannot physically get a good grip on the basketball to release it. That's what I'm worried about.
Now, the TV asked you a question there that I haven't yet asked you, but it's a good one, so let's ask it. What do the Sixers need to do? They make the big trade for Harden in February. They want to win a title now. Now Embiid is hurt. What do they need to accomplish at this point for the season not to be a failure?
Well, I think once you got James Harden and you have Joel Embiid playing as an MVP level and the emergence of Maxey, Tobias Harris, pretty darn good player as your fourth best, anything short of a championship to me is considered a failed season for them. Now, they're not going to spin it that way ever because you still got the Bucks defending champs there. You got the Heat, and they made some offseason acquisitions. They can say, well, we're not favored to beat them. Boston, right now, maybe playing better than anybody in the NBA. So they can make excuses and reasons as to why there's another team that would be favored. The day you got James Harden and coupled with the emergence of Maxey and the level he's playing at, with the season Embiid has had, those are the ingredients to win a championship. There are no excuses for that group. So for me, if they don't win it, To me, that is not accomplishing the goals that they had for themselves that are realistic.
If they lost a classic in the conference
See, I don't like I have friends in Philly that say this kind of stuff. Well, what if it's a game 7? No, win. Get the thing across the finish line round by round. That's really all we determine success by. Did you get through the series?
Pretty simple. It's hard for all the greats in every era, and the best of the best figure out a way to win titles. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.